Hello, beautiful people. So today I want to share a download that I received when I was in Costa Rica. And I just got off the phone with someone that I met over there. She's a beautiful, beautiful soul. And she shared a download that she received. And it inspired me and it reminded me of all the downloads that I received when I was over there. And I wrote them all down. And I want to explain one of them to you because I feel like it's really relevant right now, and with all the conversations that I'm having with people and the people that I'm working with, this is coming up a lot. So if you see me looking, I've written it down and I want to explain it in the clearest way possible. And yeah, let's get started. So this download is all about self-love. And it's about when you begin the journey and the path of self-love. So the path of self-love is when you begin to practice boundaries, you begin to focus on yourself, you start to notice what's good for you, what isn't, and you start to observe and become clear of things in your environment. And I guess you get to a point where you ask, is this serving me or is it not? Because when you follow the path of self-love, that is the path of unconditional love that you begin to show and give to yourself. So the download that I received is that the more self-love you give to yourself, which is the more self-love that you begin to practice with what I said, with boundaries and observing and choosing you, you'll begin to see things that you couldn't actually see prior, okay? And this will make more sense as I explain. So what was shown to me was like veils lifting and layers removing as you practice self-love, okay? And what will be exposed to you is these connections that you have, whether it's with friends, relationship, work, hobbies, how you spend your time. This can relate to anything that you have a connection or a relationship with. You'll begin to notice that perhaps some connections weren't actually coming from a self-loving place, right? The foundation of these connections will begin to be shown to you. It's like I said, it's like these veils are lifting from your eyes and you're really seeing things for what they are. As you begin to choose the path of self-love. So perhaps the foundation of these connections, right, were coming from a place of people-pleasing, sacrificing your needs, putting others first, not being able to say no, wanting to be liked. Perhaps it was coming from a fear of rejection, and maybe it was as simple as ignoring signs, not listening to your intuition, not listening to your gut, not listening to how you feel in certain situations and in certain environments. So as the veil lifts and as these layers get removed, everything right from the beginning of that connection and that relationship will be shown to you. Like I said, the foundation will begin to be shown to you. And this is what causes some frequency shifts, because the people that I'm speaking to, they're noticing that as they start to put themselves first, it's like these connections with people or things begin to change, which means your frequency is shifting with the other thing, with the other frequency, which causes resistance and friction if you are not open to change, okay? And sometimes when these frequencies begin to shift, this is when we begin to judge. We'll either start to judge ourselves, thinking there's something wrong with us, or we'll begin to judge the other. So I just want you to be aware, if this is something that you're experiencing, to really try to move away from judging in a toxic way and just allowing things to be and to flow. And what I really want to enlighten you with is that the only constant thing is change. So really observe, how do you respond to change? And how do you respond to frequencies shifting in relation to connections that you have and relationships that you have?